and with Mark Davies, Michael Rowan and Greg Hyatt. So 34 cars are set to take the restart here in the 310R Championship race. And fingers crossed, we get through, hopefully, a trouble-free first lap, if possible. I really hope we do. Green flag at the back, and let's go again then. Take two for the first start of the weekend, first race of the weekend for the Santander Caterham Seven 310R Championship. The red lights go up, Zaruta and Perry on the front row of the grid, lights out, and another front start from Zaruta, and another four start from Perry, and there's contact because Tom Rensinger hit the back, and I think that was Alan Cooper's car, and Rensinger is pulling off straight away, so he's out of the race before it's even started again. Poor Tom Rensinger. I think Cooper must have missed a shift or something because Rensinger just shunted into the back of the 71. And he's out of the race before he's even got to turn one, which is such a shame. Now then, back towards us for the second time. Careful, boys. Keep yourselves nice and orderly in line. Try and get into the hairpin. They look fairly clean so far. Big pack looks okay. A little bit of sweat that's been kicked up, but I think, yes, all of them are through. Bar Rensinger, of course, that missed out for getting to turn one. So, through Wilson's and into Palmer's now for the first lap. Let's try and count them through then. We'll get a crop of orders to come across in the first lap. It's Zaruta that leads. It's now Sawyer second. Hutchins up to third after a lightning start. What a great start that was. From the third row of the group from sixth to third. He took full benefit from the contact from Cooper and Rensinger as well. He's up to third. Then we've got, I think that's Chris Rankin up to fifth place. It is fourth place, sorry, from seventh on the grid. Chris Rankin's up to fourth. We've then got, I can't quite say that it is in fifth place. Alex Jordan's up to sixth. I think James, one of the white cars in the mix in seventh place. Again, we'll get a better handle on where people are when they head into the first lap. They turn their way through Oggies. No more incidents at the moment. Fingers crossed still that we get through the rest of the first lap without any dramas. And again, we'll look at them and we're going to lose them out of sight now as they come down the Bentley straight and into Brunton and Nelson through the bomb hole. So we'll look again and see exactly what sort of order they're going to be in by the time they come back into Coram. So, unfortunate for Tom Rensinger, he looks possibly strong to get in there and get a good top 5 finish, but he did look as though he just missed the shift possibly. He did possibly Alan Cooper just hit the back of him in some cases, I think. So. Yeah, and I think we also think about with Perry being caught out as well. I think now they've changed to a lead down the back straight because now it's Gordon Sawyer who tipped to be a one to watch in the lead. Zaruta's second, Hutchinson third, then it's Chris Rankin in fourth position, Perry's in fifth position by the looks of things, and then we've got sixth place Alex Jordan. We'll catch the time screen in a moment. Seventh place is number 71, that's Alan Cooper. So, let's the order across the line. Sawyer leads, Zaruta second, then Hutchinson third, Rankin, Perry, Jordan, Cooper, Beardwell, Bristow and Houston round out the top 10. It's close to the mid patches below that because in the mix we've got Quintero, Watts, Oliphant and Henshaw, who are basically as a quartet for 13th and 16th place. So they're battling in the mix. And we told you it's competitive because even champions from last year are struggling to keep in or around the top 10. So through now what's an effectively single farm through the Wilson head for the second time. Nice and tidy. Good job, boys. Well done. Lots of spent dust being kicked up from the fluid that was laid down there, so that's now time to absorb that. Now then, Sawyer's trying to pull away from Zaruta. Hutchinson now has Rankin and Perry for company. Jordan in the distinctive pink and blue car in sixth position. And then out of Agostini they come again. Zaruta got a bit of a gap here. Now Rankin's looking pretty racy already because he's trying to put together designs on third place here, but Hutchinson would love to start the season in his comeback occasion, of course, after he missed the second half of the season. He'd love to come back to brand new car and get a podium with it as well. Not too far-fetched, but of course remember we've got a 22-minute race rather than the 30-minute race. A long way to go in this one. Out of Williams onto the Bentley straight, and then the rest of the field turning its way out. There's a couple of backs towards the back of the field, some good position swapping there, but everyone again nice and clean, nice and tidy, and nice and professional. Good job from everyone so far on the second lap. So everyone now is at least on the Bentley straight. And we're heading down towards Brunton Nelson. Again, the slipstream effect for these cars is going to be absolutely mega. And of course again it'll mean that we couldn't see anyone any order by the time they come back into sight of Coram. They'll be heading through Brunton Nelson. They'll come out of the bottom. I can see them on the horizon. They'll come through again, and the colour of the cars in the lead is Braun GP coloured, so it is Christian Zaruta back into the lead. It's now Sawyer in the golden black car in second place. Hutchinson still third. It's Jordan up to fourth place now. What has happened there? Now it's Jordan. He's taken 2 places from sixth to fourth. What a move that was. So Alex Jordan in the pink machine is up there, and now here comes Gordon Sawyer there. He's not happy to lose his lead. He's going to come back and go on the pit straight, side by side across the line, and Sawyer got the lead again by since Saruta got it, because no, they changed around again, surely, because Saruta said he was in front by 5 thousandths of a second. So Saruta was in the lead at line by 5 thousandths of a second. New fast snap of the race from Alex Jordan. So he's got a 2 minute 10.013. That is the first flying lap of it, though, bear in mind. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. The news then exit household Wilson hairpin down towards Palmer's, and it is still Sawyer. It is still Sawyer in the mix from there. And I think also change to third, because I think Hutchinson's come through with the third place now, I think. Let's have a look. So, yes, he has. So Hutchinson's stolen third place from Alex Jordan. Rankin's now fifth. Perry is now sixth place. And actually, Alex Jordan is confirmed by Simon Rabbit. Thanks for that. He's actually gone ahead. Alex Jordan has just stolen by fractions the lap record from Gordon Sawyer. So Gordon might not be too pleased about that one. He finds that he's lost his lap record. But he might have to go a bit quicker now to try and put the times thing are going to come down there, because that's Jordan back in third and fourth place. The likes of Saruta and Sawyer, if they start battling in the slipstream, actually get clear in the mix where they need it, the slipstream where it's required, that's going to go down possibly into the high to mid-9. So wait to see how that one plays out. But out of Williams on the bend straight now. This is on the third time of asking. So incredible lap there. Alex Jordan, he doesn't get on the podium, he gets some consolation. Fourth place, the only fast snap of the race. That record he'll take forwards. So someone else steps up and takes it, but we think it's going to go even lower before the end of this 22-minute encounter. So now again, to the horizon, see if we can spot exactly where they're going to turn up. They are out of the bomb hole now, sprinting up towards Cora. Look at the binoculars, tells us that the car of the colour is still Braun GP colour, but Gordon Sawyer is giving him what for, as he sticks right close to the back of the number 2 car through Cora. Still Hutchinson third, it's now Jordan fourth, Rankin fifth. We've got, I think, Alan Cooper up to 6th, Perry dropped to 8th place behind. That's James Beardwell. Beardwell, but actually, remember, he started back in 15th place. What a start for James Beardwell, just noticed that. From 15th to 8th, 14th to 7th now, as the leaders go side by side, and again it's side by side for 4th, but there's Jordan on the inside, Rankin on the outside, down towards right-hander Ritchie's, and, oh, it's close, still side by side again on the exit of the corner. Leaders go through, and Jordan's just giving the elbow on the exit. Richard, get out of it on that one, Chris. I've got 4th place if you don't mind. There's a little deeper into the corner and covers off the apex. Good move from Alex Jordan there. And the fastest lap of the race has been shared by 2 drivers. So that record has come down again. We said it goes for 2 minute 9. But incredibly, it's currently held exactly by 2 drivers, held by Chris Rankin and Alan Cooper. They have both posted identical fastest lap time, 2 minutes 9.980. Both of them said exactly the same lap time. That's incredible. And I think also for Cooper, I don't think he did that with the help of the toe. I think he did that down the pit straight. That's pretty phenomenal. Now they're back to the front of the field. It's still. So it just changed again. My apologies. I was getting excited about the fast lap of the race. The lead has changed again, because now Sawyer is back in front of Saruta. This has now brought Hutchinson to the mix, and Jordan, and also Rankin and Cooper. And Beardwell's lost the place to Bristow, I think. So Beardwell's, I think, but a change around between Beardwell, Perry and Bristow. So it's now Bristow in front of the pair of them. He's now gone up from 9th to 7th, and Beardwell is still ahead of Perry now. So it means that they've both lost the place to the charging 310R reigning champion, of course. It's hard to think he's only got up to 7th place, when there's so many more great drivers in the field. It's just how competitive it is. So now out of, should be in front of Nelson any moment now, if not right now as I say this. Yeah, out and through the bolt hole, the right-hander. And I think he's closed up again for the lead. I think there's now 3 for the lead now rather than 2. With the binoculars, it just about is, I think, because Hutchinson's pulling away with both Sawyer and leader Saruta. Pardon me. And then we've got Jordan in 4th place still, Rankin 5th, Cooper 6th place, a black and white flag there. That's a warning for Andy Perry. They're looking for track limits. If he keeps on doing that, he will be pinged for the time penalty. 5 seconds to start with, and they'll get more severe to keep going. Now Sawyer goes to the lead down the pit straight. They go side by side again. The gap between the leaders is 0.4 of a second. Sorry, 0.004 of a second, my apologies. That close at the front. As Sawyer again goes through. Moving over to here in the comfort box. Let me come through now. Hutchinson, this is pretty intriguing because he's that close in. Now, is there a yellow flag down at Wilson's, and there's someone's wings and bodywork off. Not on the apex, but in the middle of the tarmac in the corner at Wilson. So no overtaking there. They're going to wait for a clear spot, and one of our very brave orange army, the marker's going to quickly jump out and go and grab that once everyone's gone through, I'm sure. So now the yellow flag's cleared, I'll get back down towards the hairpin. Just double check see who it is where to come out of Agostini's on the camera. It's still Sawyer that leads. It's Zaruk in second place. Hutchinson in third, but Jordan and Co are starting to close back in again now. But Jordan's fourth, ranking fifth. Cooper's now still in sixth position. Bristow is up to seventh. Three behind him, 2 cars behind him in Mary Dance. He's now got both Beardwell and also Andy Perry, who remember starting on the front row of the grid incredibly. Then we've got Dan Gore, who's in 10th place ahead of him in Houston, and then Daniel Quintero. Don Henschel in there too, in that scrap. And Russ Oliver, who's 270 champion, only 14th. This, of course, there'll be some modifications that they've done to the car to bring up the 310R spec, so maybe just effectively the same as what it used to do when we're going from track sport to super sport. Some drivers like Tim Dickens, for example, when he moved up from the track sport to super sport, had to use the suspension, the new bits, the new parts on it to kind of keep the top end, etc. New bits. He had to get used to that, and so does possibly Russ Oliver. But I think once he's had a season under his belt, once he's a couple more races, everything should start to click and start to get it back in there. At least we hope so. So back to the lead of the race, and it has changed once again because Christian Zarute is back in the lead in car number 2. So the Braun GP Special is leading the gold and black car behind him, Jordan Sawyer. Hutchinson is going with them, so possibly is he just buying his time here with 11.25 minutes to go. But possibly he's on the podium at least at the moment. He's got a good gap to fourth place, which has changed by the way, in fact, because that's now gone to Chris Rankin with Alan Cooper battling away with Alex Jordan, and Jordan's now kept on to fifth for the time being. Oh, it's 3 abreast up towards Richie's corner on the inside. Perry takes them both, goes up the inside, goes 2 deep on the exit. They'll now lose out to both, Cooper and Beardwell, and then Beardwell in front, Cooper, and then we've got Lee Bristow. And the lap record's gone down again, and Gordon Sawyer, not happy losing it, he's got it back again, 2 minutes 9.683, another new lap record, and also wanted inside it again as well. If he hadn't done that, he would have gone to the route 2 minutes 9.701 if he hadn't gone fractionally faster. So both of them again lowered the lap record even further. So it was, of course, when it started the race with Gordon with a 2 minutes 10.021, it's now been lowered again by about 3.5 tenths. Now to Magostini then, it's still Zaruta, then Sawyer, then Hutchinson, and Sean Hutchinson I think here. Just keep on scrapping these two, carry on and get 2 caught up with each other. It'll be in as like a shot, we're certainly going to try and find his time hit. We'll certainly try and score the punch if we can. Then we've got still ranking Jordan Cooper having a great scrap for 4th position, and all of course they're back in 7th place. There's good little sort of trio, little packs of 3 that are forming here in the case. They're all sort of fighting amongst each other in the slipstream down the straight. Heading down towards the complex now, front of Nelson, under the bridge, to the left hand of front, on the right hand of Nelson, and then through the bomb hole. This fact which has been untouched really since it was first constructed. One of the historical boards of the circuit, it's always done well. Here they come, and it's changed again because Gordon Sawyer has lost his way through into the lead once more. Zaruta should try and get him back on the pit straight. And if Hutchinson can close in here, he might have just about enough of a toe to cause some problems. Now, 4th has changed dramatically as well because Cooper's now to 4th place, Rankin's down to 5th, Jordan's down to 6th position, and Perry's now moved up to 7th ahead of Beardwell with Lee Bristow down in 9th. So down the pit straight they come again, and Sawyer under pressure again. Derek must be loving this. He's got 3 cars in the top 3. The only thing is, what order are they going to finish? Of course, effectively, like all 3 of them hope that the flag would not be damaged, but of course, I'm sure being all teammates, if you like, although Christian, I think there's a possibility, Christian, there's a DPR independent rather than the other 2 guys, but Sawyer and they're both DPR team drivers. So the independent is taking it to the proper team drivers, and he's doing a great job at the same time. So through the left-hander at Palmer's with now just under 8.5 minutes to go, and it's now still, Zarute's back in front again, he's done it again up towards, they must have done it at the hairpin, back through, so Zaruta now leads, Sawyer in 2nd, and then we've now got Hutchinson keeping a watching brief in 3rd. I think Hutchinson's got something in reserve here. I think he's sitting here watching and waiting for an opportune moment in the last few knockings to try and get himself through, and he's also trying best he can. It's side by side for 4th, because now Cooper's now going to have to try and fend off a very racy Chris Rankin to try and get his place back, and the gold car to get past the grey car, he's not through. So it's now still Cooper from Rankin. Alex Jordan keeps the station in 6th place. Then we've still got Perry from Bristow who's moved past Beardwell again, back up to 8th position. Beardwell down to 9th. Another pack here forming with James Houston. Then Dan Gore, Don Henshaw, And then also Harry Landy's in there as well. He's ahead of Rob Watts and also Russ Oliver. So the two 70R graduates are at least together on track just about by about a couple of tenths. They've enjoyed themselves, albeit probably much lower than they expected, 14th and 15th place. But I doubt they'll stay there for much longer in the season as it goes on. Well, as we said, we hope so. So, our race leaders here. What's turning out to be a very sunny and clear day at Snetterton. Best weather than we anticipated, I think. Now, leaders, it's Sawyer has held the lead down the back straight and through the complex. But Hutchinson is right there in third place, and he really is possibly getting Saruta, and he possibly Sawyer. Something to think about. The 3 DPR cars in a line, but what order they're going to stay by the time they get down towards Ritchie. Now, I don't think either of them are close enough proximity to trying to make a pass. They won't be. They'll stay in the order they are. Saruta will get close. He has to click on the brake lights very quickly to kind of possibly get a bit overexcited on the pedals. Here comes Alex Jordan up the inside of Alan Cooper. Ooh, that was a bold pass up the inside into Ricky's corner, and he has got it done. And also I think Bristow has just spotted the sweep across the front of James Beardwell to hold on to 8th position, so he has held on. Now then, his bodywork, the track is still there. I think the car, of course, Peter Daly has possibly realised that it's not actually on the racing line, way off the racing line, so probably won't be too much of a problem. As we now head down back towards the complex again, Sawyer from Saruta and Hutchinson still the top 3, then Rankin, and despite the bit is getting pretty interesting, Cooper versus Jordan. So Cooper is in the grey car number 71, Alex Jordan is the pink and blue car number 80, pretty on. That's trying to get past, but he's got past again, so on the exit, here comes Cooper, up the inside of Hamilton's, and we come back to the side of our site past the tree, he's back through again. So these two having a great fight. And this is what this is doing now is Andrew Perry's broken away from the fight between Beardwell and Bristow behind him, and he's joining in now what's becoming a fight for 6th position. So this 5th position, sorry. So that's now becoming 5th, 6th and 7th. Chris Rankin, looking at that time, he's not a couple of tenths off the lead's pace. What's 2 minutes 10.731, I think it must be mostly clear air, I would imagine so. Whereas Cooper's last lap was a 2:11.0, 2:10.3 from Jordan, and a 2:10.1 from Perry. So Perry's the fastest man of that group. Speaking of groups, on the top 3, fastest man of the 3, Chris Hutchinson in the double toe, 2 minutes 10.135, and he's dropped away a tiny bit on this lap to come back to the corner. But still Sawyer holds the fastest lap and indeed a new lap record for himself. So really keeping close. Hutchinson closes back up under braking. And they've closed up a bit more now on Cooper because now Cooper's now 4. Oh, a car with Chris Rankin. Let's see if I'm seeing something. No, there he is. Sorry, I thought he's that far ahead. He's behind the building before I spotted him. So top 3 down the pit straight. Rankin 4th. Another new fast lap. He's gone down again. Gordon saw it reloads. No, he's gone down even further though because Andrew Perry has punched the 2 minutes 9.2. That's gone down now for the original record by about 8 tenths of a second, which we expected was definitely going to happen. Leaders out of the hairpin, they've all closed costumes up again. Rankin did no man's land before. We've now got Perry, I think it is, so Cooper's up to 5th now. Jordan and Perry are the ones that are struggling in the 6th and 7th place. And then Bristow's a little way away as well, so Perry's the one that's on the move, trying to make his way up to the order. Look at how quick it was. He was up 1.6 seconds quicker than at least the immediately of the cars in front. He really was the man on form that time around. Fastest lap to show. Back out of Angus Stevens. This is on lap 9 with 3.5 minutes to go. Black and white flag for Rob Watts. That'll be the track limit, number 47. He'll have to try and rein in his all the track and a little bit more, otherwise he'll get a slap on the wrist. Get a 5-second penalty for his troubles. Now, Alex Jordan's fallen away a little bit. I think Jordan has spin possibly. I think he has, but he's dropped down the order. He was 6th, he's now behind Perry, Bristow and Beardwell. I think he's down to 9th. I didn't spot that to be honest, but I just spotted him down at Oddies. The pink and blue car was behind both the orange car of Bristow and the white car of Beardwell, so he must have had a spin somewhere that's dropped him down 3 places. I don't know if it was resulting in battling with Cooper or not, I'm not 100%, but we'll have to wait and see how that affects the rest of the race. Now looking at the time left, I think we've got at least 1 more lap to go. Whether we'll get 2, I don't know, it depends. We're on 2 minutes 47 left to go. We might just sneak in 2 more laps, I think. Now this is interesting, Sawyer has pulled a small gap on this time around through the complex, and Hutchinson is that close to Saruta. may fancy go at second place here out of Murray's corner. Could be close enough depending on what kind of exit he gets compared to Tsuruta. So down the pit straight, they give the times, they should get just about 2 more laps then. So, penultimate lap, and there is a board going out, black and white flag board, so the last lap board is there, as Tsuruta goods up the inside and gets past Gordon Sawyer into the right-hander in Ricky's corner. So, Tsuruta back to the front, now held up Gordon Sawyer, and here comes Hutchinson as they look towards the hairpin again. Sawyer looks to the inside line, Tsuruta has it covered. The field goes through, good back development here between Houston, Henshaw and Gall, and Jordan has dropped down tonight because he did have that spin or mistake somewhere. So 2 more times around the 300 circuit. So we've got some more battles in the midfield here, great battles all the way down the order. And the question is now going to be, how is this battle for the lead going to play out? You know, Rankin's trying to do his best to try and pull away best he can. Hutchinson put in the personal best last time, 2 minutes 9.739. Tsuruta was fractions faster, but both were quicker than Gordon Sawyer. So this is going to be a very interesting fight, especially if they get close enough to all have a nice battle all the way to the end of the race. Through the left-hander at Hamilton's, back into Oggy's. Sawyer closes up a little bit more on the brake, takes a tighter line on the exit, but Tsuruta will carry a bit more momentum by carrying the traditional racing line. And there's a massive bun fight going on for about, I think it must be about sort of 16 plate downwards, so they're also in the mix. Now car 21 had a black and white, but that's Harry Landy in that sort of scrap that's going on in the mix. Lots of battles. Rob Watts in there, as also I think Russ Oliver and a couple more cars, but Harry Landy's also should be in there as well. And Nathan Bell and Adash Radia and a couple of other guys in there too. There's about 6 or 7 having a right scrap down towards Oggy's if you are around watching on that part of the circuit. What about our leaders though? They should be heading up through front. Yeah, they're heading out front of themselves. I can see them in the distance now. Heading out now towards Coram. And it's Sawyer back in the lead now with Tsuruta in second place. Hutchinson is still there. Has he kept his powder dry, or has he spent all of his effort here to try and got anything left in the tank here, what we're trying to say effectively. Now the fight for some fifth position is looking pretty exciting because Alan Cooper's been caught by the rapid Andrew Perry, who now currently has to do that record, onto the pit straight to start the last lap of the race. Tsuruta then looks to the outside towards Ritchie's corner. Sawyer will get defensive, but an outside pass isn't impossible here at Snetterton to Ritchie's, and Hutchinson is there. He's got a real chance to possibly get himself into the mix. Out of Ritchie, their nose to tail. Sawyer, then Tsuruta, Hutchinson. Hutchinson looks to the outside, possibly down into Wilson's corner. Very close, but Tsuruta has the line covered, he's got it done. And James Beale has got a 5-second penalty. That must have been tracking it again then, so he's obviously overstepped it a bit too far. The rest of the field sweeping their way through. That battle's going on for that sort of 13-14 plate downwards. We've got Watts, Cooper, Ryan, Bell, Landy, Quintero, Welchel in the mix. Our leaders are back into the hairpin at Agostini. This fight is not done by any stretch of the imagination. Still Sawyer, still Tsuruta in second place, and Hutchinson in third. So, to the left-hander at Hamilton's, about 2/3 of the lap to go now. To Oggy's the right-hander. Still a chance for either Tsuruta or Hutchinson. Hutchinson can catch double toe here, get a super exit off of Williams. And if Tsuruta can try and close it as well, it could be a photo finish if the positions don't change down the back straight. We don't know yet, we'll have to wait and see. They'll be out of our sight briefly, and they'll head down the back straight. Tsuruta's getting a little bit close, so I can just see the tops of the roll cages just sweep behind the barriers on the back straight and bending where we can see it. So now the question is, what order is it going to be when they appear at Coram for the last time? And will it stay in that order by the time they get down here to the checkered flag right in front of us here at the start and finish line? Watch for the cars to come through in a moment's time in the complex. Here they come, and it's changed again because Tsuruta's taken the lead. Sawyer will not give it up until the last stretch. He may be in the best position here because the worst place you want to be is in the lead at the last corner because he won't stay and there's no guarantee. Now then, Hutchinson could be there as well. Get the cameras up, it could be a photo finish. Here they come, Tsuruta, Sawyer and Hutchinson to the line together. They'll be in a line first and second and third. It's a DPR 1, 2, 3. But Christian Tsuruta wins the first race of the 310R season. Sawyer second. Hutchinson will be delighted with a podium in third place. Fourth goes to Rankin. Fifth goes to Perry. Sixth to Cooper. Seventh to Beable, but he's got the 5-second penalty, remember, so he'll drop down the order. I mean, that will go to Bristow. Jordan will get 8th. Beable gets knocked down to 9th. And in the scrap for 10th, who's it going to be? I think Houston will get it just ahead of Henshaw and Gore. Across the line they go. the rest of that massive battle pack will come through. We've got Russ Oliver will come through in 13th place from Kevin Cooper and Abbas Ralia. We've got Nathan Bell and then Quintero beat Landy and Welch and Osborne to the line. So that's a fantastic battle there to finish off the top 20. But I think that's going to be a very, very popular top 3 podium. Taruta with his first victory of the season. Gordon Sawyer back on 4 in 2nd place. And of course, Chris Hutchinson, new car in the 310R Championship. What a way to Chris there. 3rd place. He'll be absolutely overjoyed at that. And the man there called Cheesy, because he always has a massive smile on his face, he's certainly going to have one as wide as anything. He'll be grinning even more than a Cheshire Cat would be. He'll be absolutely made up in that one. Well done.